Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and in the last episode, we actually finished off Chapter 15, also known as Land of the Sorrows. But with Chapter 15's end, we actually gained two new characters, and they're actually two of the White Wings, Caeda and Paula. We're only missing one of the sisters now, and that is Est. I don't know when we're going to be getting her, due to the fact that in this episode, we're going to be doing a chapter that doesn't actually have any recruitments. This is the very first of them, and I don't know if there's going to be any others, but this is the very first one, so I'm actually surprised we don't have any recruits. And we've been through, what is this? This is our 15th chapter, and we have yet to actually have a chapter that had nobody recruitable, so with that, there's actually something special with this map. I found our unit that's actually named on this chapter. I was wondering where the enemy with the name on him was, because usually there is one. And I found him, and it's actually Garnef of all people. I think we're not going to be able to defeat him in this chapter. I'm pretty sure he's going to be showing up again. He's gonna retreat more than likely. He's like an endgame boss. I'm 100% on that. But we actually can fight him, so with that, we can actually maybe get the falchion off of him due to the fact that we do know that he actually has it. And actually, he actually has a named tome as well, which is his, I believe it would be a Book of the Dead, which is basically his dark magic tome, basically known as Imhula. I don't know how you say it actually, but I'm gonna say it's Imhula, basically, is how I'm gonna say it. But with that, let's actually get into this chapter. An Oasis of Magic, Chapter 15. We already have all our units. This time we can use 16. We have Marth, Lena, Merrick, Hardin, Wolf, Wendell, Navarre, Bantu, Minerva, Drawn, Kane, Abel, Ogma, Caeda, Caeda, and Paula, because I have no other units, so I had to fill out the other two places. But with that, let's do this. Into Chapter 15. Caeda, City of Magic. The hallowed place is now under Garnef's control. No warrior, no matter how brave, can stand up to the spells of Caeda. Though they may try, one by one they will inevitably fall. Has this place truly sunk into the shadows? Well, I guess we'll find out. And due to the fact that Garnef is protecting two treasures, we're going to actually make sure that Marth is actually making his way over here. So Marth will be walking over to Garnef, and it actually makes sense that Marth would fight Garnef anyways. I also made sure to bring a our one and only warp staff, due to the fact that the other side of the map is literally where we have to seize. So since Marth is making his way to the right side, we might as well just teleport Marth back over to the left side, so he doesn't have to follow the rest of the army, so it saves us some time. We also hit level 20 for Lena as well. I should mention that, due to the fact that I accidentally had that happen due to the fact that I was still being attacked by reinforcements. And apparently the reinforcements, as long as your unit is, your healer is far away from everyone else, they'll actually chase down your healer. And Lena was being chased down, and Drong was able to barely save her. I had some massive luck with that, although I would have reset if she did die, but it's just that it was really close due to the fact that I didn't know how many turns I would have to turn back just to be able to save her. But with that, let's actually start moving our units. So, this seems like it might be an easy chapter. I don't know if there's reinforcements. I'm going to probably say there is, just to kind of say that, because honestly, if I say there's none, there probably is going to be a sort of unit that is going to be dealing with us in some sort of fashion. So I'm just going to say, just to be safe, that there is reinforcements. If there's not, then cool. I'll definitely take no reinforcements. That would definitely be nice. But who honestly knows with how this game has been. And also, since we are dealing with mages, we're actually going to be taking full damage from any attacks that they actually do to us. And there we go. I think this is Navarre. So Navarre is now level 9, and he also got strength, speed, luck, defense, and max HP. Wow, that is a hefty level. That's the heftiest level I've ever seen in my life. Okay, perfect, actually. I really enjoy levels like that. Well, Hardin's too far to walk all the way where he needs to be. If only Navarre was on the opposite side, but the thing is, if he was on the opposite side, he might not have gotten that strength increase. So honestly, I don't know how to feel about that. Because I would have him go from the water and just start making his way through the sand. I don't know if the sand actually slows our movement. It probably does. I'm gonna just say it does, because honestly, it feels like a terrain hazard. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be really surprised. I'll just be honest. Let's just make sure Drog's all the way as far as he can be. He can't make it into that little outlet over there, so there's no point in trying. So, let's just make sure all our units are making their way over to the right side, since for some reason they put them all the way on this side for some reason. I don't understand why you would ever want them to spawn over here. Oh, this is where Caeda is, so that means, if the other one's Paula, that means Catria is over by the rest of the army. Why is she over here? That's surprising that they spawned her this far out. Because Caeda's higher up on the unit list, so I'm surprised that actually happened. Okay, well, we can't really use many of our units to get rid of this mage, so the best thing we can do is either go with Minerva and somehow maybe attack this guy, which she can, perfect. All we need to do is just smack this guy once with either... Let's break our silver sword on this guy. If it might not even, we might not even have to worry about, maybe it might not even break. Yep, one shot, okay, perfect. Due to the fact that mages usually have low defense, they're not going to be all like Merrick where they have high HP too, as well, so they don't have to worry about being one-shotted like Merrick doesn't have to, because he's got high speed, high HP, so basically he only gets attacked once and he doesn't really have to worry about much. He's just a nice, technically defensive wall that just helps out in the long run, because he doesn't have to worry about much, and the only things he does have to worry about is like things that don't even really matter, so honestly I just like having him here just to help us out at any point. I'm gonna start flying Catria out into the water since she can fly, so might as well start throwing units into the water that can start dealing with the other side of the map so Marth can get there a lot faster. And with that, let's end our turn, since we don't really have much to do here. So, let's end our turn and see what we can do. I don't think any of the units are going to move, since we did kind of destroy every single chance they had at attacking us that turn. Looks like Garneff's just going to stand still until whatever he wants to do. I don't know how long he's going to stay here. I don't know if he's going to retreat. I don't know if he's going to actually be able to be knocked down. For all I know, he can't take damage. There's always that case. Who knows? But with that, we just gotta watch how they position their units. This kind of actually reminds me of Gangrel's map from Fire Emblem Awakening with the when you actually take him down. Because how that worked was that you had a big old battlefield and you actually had your side of the army and you kind of just mashed your armies together and you just had an all-out war in the middle of the battlefield. And both kings basically just took each other down, but obviously one survives, but actually technically both survive, due to the fact that apparently based on what I read about Gangrel, because I was wrong in my thought process on Gangrel dying, and he was one of the characters that died and came back. Apparently Gangrel doesn't die, and apparently, which I always thought he did. I thought it was like a different Gangrel, but apparently he didn't have amnesia. He didn't have and he never died. He actually survived the final fight between Chrome and Gangrel, which is really surprising. I didn't even expect that, because I literally read into it, and apparently that's what happened. And he was actually pretending to have amnesia for a little bit, and then we find out that he just pretended that just so he didn't get struck down immediately. But with how Gangrel's story goes in Awakening, he kind of just gives up afterwards, because he can't really do anything anymore. He's not a king anymore. He's basically what he basically hates. He hates filth, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Although the thing is how it kind of portrays it is it seems like he hates the weak and the poor. But the thing is apparently, based on a small bit of lore that you can find on the wiki, and also some of the other stuff, because apparently there's like hidden lore about him. Apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently, I keep saying apparently. Let me get this. Gangrel, I almost said Garnef. Gangrel used to actually be a part of the like poor district. Basically, he didn't have any money. His family had basically nothing to their name, and for some reason, through the loss of his mother, he ended up going insane, which makes sense in a way. But he wanted things that he didn't have when he was poor, basically. So he ended up taking power. I don't know how exactly he did it, but apparently he took power in order to kind of get all the things that he ever wanted. Although technically he didn't want them due to the fact that he was crazy, and he didn't understand that because honestly he went insane. So he did all these things technically not on a whim, what he wanted to do, but in a way he technically did it on his own. There was always a chance that he could have just, became like a Robin Hood basically. He fought for the poor and stole from the rich kind of thing, which actually kind of would have been interesting how if that story went that way instead. But honestly, I kind of liked Gangrel's story. I liked the fact that you got like a redeeming story for a character that felt irredeemable due to the circumstances that are related to Gangrel, due to the fact that the story makes you want to hate him throughout the entirety of your knowing of him, because of the fact that in the story there is a specific scene and specific action that he does in the story that makes you absolutely just completely hate him. And I'm not going to say it because it is a major spoiler for the game, and I feel like if I were to say it, it would kind of ruin some of the story. But yeah, the character looks irredeemable from there, but he actually is able to be redeemed due to how his story wraps up, which is actually pretty cool. And you don't see that a lot with a lot of games and series. They don't really like to redeem the irredeemable characters usually. Usually you see them, you either kill them, you lock them up, or you never see them again, and they never get a chance to ever be redeemed. So honestly, it's just cool just seeing stuff like that in these games, and how the games actually give you a reason to care about each and every single character in the story. Although there is characters that are less than favorable and are hated for forever because their story is either not redeemed perfectly, or their character's just not written properly, and then people just hate them just because of that. But most of the characters are usually written pretty well and actually have a lot of people like them. There is characters that either they're not known as much, like the older games, like let's say games like Genealogy of the Holy War, which is a series that's only in Japanese, or you can technically emulate it and you can get it translated to English, but the game's never been officially released in America or any other country. So, with that, I feel like those characters aren't known as well, and if they were given a chance, they would be probably some of the higher tiered favored characters throughout the fandom if they were given the chance. Because I feel like if Nintendo or IS or anyone that works on the next Fire Emblem game, because usually it's a couple teams that work on it, but whoever works on the next Fire Emblem game, and if it is a remake for Genealogy, which would be pretty cool, I would like to see remakes for the ones that we never got here, because it's cool looking at stories that you don't get normally because of the fact that there is language barriers between these, and I would hope that you wouldn't have to play NES games all the time to get any kind of lore for your games, because although playing through this is fun, I wouldn't want to do that for every single Fire Emblem game if I had the option to. If I had like an alternate option, I would definitely play like, let's say, Shadows of Valentia over Fire Emblem 2, if I'll be completely honest. Which, I don't think you can play Shadows of Valentia without a capture card, so that's gonna be a while till I ever get to do that game. Because I do own the game, but the thing is I don't think it's possible to emulate. I could be wrong, there should be a 3DS emulator. I just don't know about one because of the fact that I just feel like, 21 damage, that's the first time I've been critted by a mage in a while. Ouchie, I did not expect that much damage. Okay, level 4, strength, speed, and defense, always nice on Harden. Okay, thankfully we have the Psychic Tome this time around, or that would have been terrifying. Okay, I don't know how long the range is for that weapon, so I am gonna be making sure of that. I'm gonna try and, like, see if we can, like, run this far out, and then also use the Psychic Wand. We're gonna be figuring out how long range this actually is. We can actually heal. Wait, is this cross-map? No way. There is no way. No. There is... You're joking, right? Psychic is cross-map, healing? Okay, Lena just got super buffed. And I didn't even mean for that. Well, it's only 10, but still, it's really good. Good compared to what I had. I'll be honest, Lena doesn't have the most movement that I've always wanted, so it's actually really nice to be able to run or do any kind of healing like that. That's insane. Okay, perfect. I'll take it, honestly. How much defense these go? 16. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. 16 on both of them. Okay, thankfully we do have Wolf, so we can deal with one of them first, so honestly I'm gonna just say Silver Bow, just make sure, do as much damage since we do get the effectiveness. Oh, he was already low. Oops. I completely forgot about that one, I'll be completely honest. That was a waste of an attack, but that's strength, skill, and I think luck, and I think defense? Honestly, not bad. Honestly, how much strength are we at now? 14? Not bad. He's only on his last 3 levels, though, I think, so we do need to be careful with what levels we get from now on, because I really need to make sure we get what we get, because the next few ones are going to be the most important levels that we've ever seen. And also, this will also, through Cain attacking here, we'll also figure out if there is any higher levels past 20. There's not. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we know. So, Cain does not need any of the experience from now on until he gets his, upgrade. I don't think we need to worry about that for a while, because I don't think we're going to be getting another, Paladin crest anytime soon, but honestly, it would be nice too, if we do get one sometime soon, because it would help, honestly. And there we go, weapon level, max HP, level 14 for Wendell. He doesn't really need the levels, though. He's been pretty fine. Oh yeah, Batu might be able to level now. He is level 4, so I would think that we would be able to finally get his level 5 now, because I'm pretty sure he's like only like, what is it, like 5 experience off, or unless I leveled without even realizing. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Let's see here. 48? Yep, I was right. Level 5. Perfect. Let's see here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wow, that's actually, that's disheartening. That's really disheartening. I know it's 10% chance, but still, that's so sad. That's actually sad. I didn't even expect that low of a gate. I knew it was probably not gonna happen, but I still had hope. I can at least say that I had hope. Do we need... Nah, we need Navarre to continue moving. Yeah, we need him, just in case, so we don't get mauled out here. Because we are dealing with, mages now, we do need to make sure that we don't get, like, completely outnumbered or something. So just in case we're gonna be dragging Drog out here. I don't think this guy's gonna do too much. He's using Thunder. So that's gonna be 6 damage per. He more than likely will double us. Yeah, he's 15 speed. But this guy, I'm not sure. What are you using, buddy? Blizzard. That's gonna be 7. So 7 per. He might crit. I don't think he'll double. Will he double? Let me make sure. 7 speed. Yeah, he shouldn't double, but there's always a possibility due to the fact that... Oh no, Harden's 16 speed. Well, if he doesn't double, we're perfectly fine, is what I'm trying to say, because he is 13 HP, and he only does 7 with his weapon, and just to make sure everyone is moved right, other than Catria, because we don't really need to move her yet. Let's end turn. I feel like that's a perfect movement. I could be wrong, but honestly, I feel like that's fine. I think we can live with that, because honestly, it's not too bad of a movement. And also, the sand might actually mess up the guy that's trying to attack us, actually. The mage over there that's going to be using Blizzard. Wait, random mage came out of the place that Garnef's attacking from. What the? Okay, the reinforcements come from where Garnef is holding out at. Huh, that's weird. Oof, thank you, Drog, for having decent speed. Or that would have been a double, and that would have been for sure a knockout, because I'm pretty sure Blizzard has like 90-80% accuracy, so it's not the hardest spell to miss. So, that worked out perfectly. Ooh, okay. That could have been much worse. Okay, come on, game, let me move. There we go. I was more confused why I wasn't able to move after the fact that literally no one was moving. Sometimes a game locks up like that, I don't understand that. Because, honestly, like, some of the points where it, like, stops at, it just makes no sense, because there's no units moving anymore. Ooh, strength from level 19, not bad. Speed, defense, max HP, 4. Okay, I like that. 15 strength is not bad. Not bad at all, I'll take that. Okay. Let's see here. Kane, we don't need you to get the experience, so that's the problem. That is definitely the problem, but the thing... Oh, wait. We're still fine. We can use Minerva. We can use Minerva to get one of these guys out of the way. And then we can use our Silver Lance, the one that's already taken some beatings, which we've only used it 3 times since there's 20 to a stack of a Silver Lance. But honestly, it's taken a little bit of a beating. There's only 20 times you can use one, so, and sometimes we double. Skill, weapon level, and max HP, not bad. From a level 11. You have 9 more levels to work with, though, that's the problem. So hopefully the final few levels are really, really good. Because I would really like to have her at the best she can possibly be. Okay, let's check out our first house. Strong armor is no use against magic. Have a curate use the spell barrier instead. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Harden should be fine, I think. Let's see here. How much defense do these guys have? He has 5, he also has 22 HP. But we also have Navarre here, so honestly, it might be safer to just use Navarre, and then use his, Honestly, I want to use Killing Edge. I want to use the Killing Edge. We don't use it that often, so let's see how this goes, actually. 13 damage. This guy might actually, oh, no, Navarre somehow doubles him here. Perfect. 39 damage, we finally got a crit from a super crit weapon, because Killing Edges are known for critting. So always nice to see. Let's see here. Lena, because your healing is from cross map, we don't even need to worry about moving you. So we're going to use your staff once more. And this time we're going to use it on Drog this time, since he is at 6 HP. We might as well make sure that he's nice and healthy, or at least healthy enough to start fighting this guy again, because we do need to worry about him going down to one of these guys. So just in case, just to make sure, we're going to use Silver Sword, because that's 100%, or, well, it looks to be 100% accuracy, but just in case we don't want to take too much damage here, because Blizzard will hurt us. Okay, 7 damage, not bad, could be worse. Okay, now Harden, you just do you, and we just need you to Sword Swipe this guy, because Sword Swipe is definitely gonna hit. So, you go in with your Silver Sword. I think he had another one that actually took damage, but here you go. Down goes another mage. Okay, so far so good. We're definitely having a nice, easy time so far. There has been some hiccups with the whole being critted out of nowhere, But, honestly, we're doing fine. Caeda should be able to one-tap this mage. Never mind, really? You have 9 movement, don't you? No, you only have 8. Really? I always thought that you had more than that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, really? Huh. I guess I was wrong. Well, we don't need Wendell, right? Oh wait, no we do. Don't we? I'm trying to make sure what I want to do here. Because I want to make sure this mage is out of the question. But I'm not sure if Wendell will be able to get rid of him by himself. Honestly, we might be able to. Let's try. Use the Blizzard spell. And if Blizzard is able to completely get rid of this guy through a crit, might I add, that's really nice. I wasn't expecting a crit, so that actually really helps out. Ooh, Thunder. I've been getting rid of all my Thunders, so I'm gonna drop that. So, see you later, Mr. Thunder. We do not need you. I'm just gonna be honest. I've been throwing all my Thunders out in my convoy because I don't need them anymore because we've had the better magics as of late.
You can't hope to fight Garnef. His evil magic Imhulu protects him. Only Goto Starlight can break his evil spell, but you did not hear from me. Get out of here.
So we can't damage him then, based on what he's saying. Okay, can Garnef actually move? That is the question, we don't know. Okay, hopefully not. I'm just gonna go with that, hopefully he can't move. I'm gonna move, her a little bit closer, so Caeda, you go up there, or Caeda, or however you say her name. Honestly, I think, it's supposed to be, Caeda. But, honestly, I feel like the actual real name, if I were to pick a name for her, it would be Caeda. But, honestly, I feel like the real saying for it is probably Caeda. I guess there is a way to find that out if I were to either throw that into Google Translate or even just go to anything that says her name in one of the games, because I'm pretty sure it does say in Warriors. Yeah, actually, it probably does, actually. Because she is in the game, it would make sense that it would say her name in there. So yeah, actually, I could just go onto my Warriors game and it would tell me straight up there. So, honestly, I might check that out after this episode, just to see if I'm saying her name right, because honestly, I want to say it right if I'm able to, because certain characters, have some wacky spelling for their names, because for all I know, I'm saying Bantu's name wrong, for all I know. Let's just be honest. Okay, so far so good. It looks like the map is perfectly fine where we are right now. But, I'm not too sure yet. The sand is a hindrance, but it's not that bad of a hindrance. Okay, so the mages are going to continue to spawn. Thankfully, they're low-level mages, so they don't do much damage at all. Garnef is indeed moving. Oh, he's talking to us.
You must not value your life very much. I will show you the true terror of the darkest of Imhulu.
Okay, well, here it comes. Here comes his nice spirit attack. Jesus Christ, man. I did not expect 14 damage from him out of nowhere. And also, sorry if you heard my chair right there. I didn't actually expect him to attack me, I'll be honest, and I got kind of excited because I was actually kind of happy to see that he was actually talking to us, because most of the enemies don't really talk to us, if I'll be honest. Usually it's people we recruit, and thankfully we actually can talk to them. That's actually kind of cool. I did not expect that. He doesn't double me, so we don't have to worry about that, but I don't think we can actually attack him. Here, we'll do this. Due to the fact that we already know I'm gonna try it anyways, we're gonna just load the thing back up. I just want to see if we can even hit him. It's honestly worth a shot just to see. So let's see here. Nope, he completely resists us. Okay, good to know, and also has a low chance of hitting us. So that's also good to know. Okay. Well, when does he actually leave the map is the real question then. Because, how am I going to grab these chests without him killing me is the real question here. If I'll be completely honest. Because if I go in there and I die, I'm going to be sad, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. What do I do there? Well, there's only one way to check. Does he... He's got 18 speed. Okay, then, well, I trust Wendell to go in here, so honestly, I feel like Wendell should be fine to at least go in here and mend, because that's 20 HP back. And then I can just use, my Psychic from a distance for Lena. And let's just get everyone else out of here. That's not safe whatsoever, so just in case, let's not deal with him with these characters, because we don't do any damage, apparently, so let's not even try that, because that's just going to lead to, a couple resets, and I would rather not get resetted from that, so let's see here, once your movement, I just need to make sure how far to keep Lena out of the distance of this guy, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can move you here, then. Okay, so you stay there, because I didn't actually expect him to start running out of that area, because I do need to grab those chests at some point, so yeah, this is going to be a problem if that is the case. Bantu, I don't trust you getting hit there, so I'm just going to move you, buddy. Okay. So far, so good. Drog is low on HP, so I feel like the best thing for Drog here is to go into the stronghold and actually toss a javelin right at this curate from the stronghold itself, because this will give him some dodge and also get rid of the curate completely by getting a free crit out of nowhere, which I didn't even expect. I'm liking the crits from my units. Okay, perfect. That actually works out perfectly, because I want to go in with Navarre now, and I want to go in with, the Silver Sword, I think. I don't know if crit breaks through armor, by the way. It probably doesn't in this game, so I'm just going to say it's probably safer for us to just use the Silver Sword. 9 damage from him, but thankfully we double, so we don't have to worry about that 9 damage too much. So, there we go, we got another level. Strength, always good. Speed, luck, max HP. Woo! You've been really good with your lucks. Actually, your levels, not your lucks. Well, I guess a good luck end on top of that, honestly. Let's see here. We have 10 more levels to get you to maybe 20 strength. That's good odds. Maybe. Maybe. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say we might get there. It would always be nice to see. Okay, I'm gonna say Silver Sword. Silver Sword seems like a good idea, due to the fact that the hit rate's so good. And also, we know that Harden is more than likely gonna double. So, and he did, which is perfect. So down goes another Wyvern Knight. And that opens up some more possibilities on this map for us, due to the fact that we do need to worry about Garneff's skill, weapon level, max HP. Okay, is that pretty much everyone from this side of the map? It pretty much is, okay. So everyone on the left side of the map's perfectly fine now. Now we just need to start dealing with these, little mages here that are definitely going to be a thorn in our side. So Silverlance should do some decent damage from here, so we should be perfectly fine to just use, Caeda here. And if she is able to hit again, which she is, it definitely got rid of him, which was what I was gonna say. Okay, perfect. Level 18, maybe some strength. Strength, indeed. Okay, is that 9 yet? No, it isn't. If we could somehow get 9, we can start throwing our power ring, our one and only power ring onto her, which would be definitely nice to have, because that's the whole point of having it, is to raise Caeda's stats at this point. So honestly, once that day comes, I'm gonna be so happy, because that helps us out tremendously. Oh, it looks like mages can walk through sand perfectly fine. Huh, okay. So it's... oh, okay. That's strange. Apparently that's programmed in for the mages to not have any kind of problems with the sand here. That's actually really nice. Thanks, game. I didn't even expect that to happen, actually. I thought we were going to have the hardest time walking through here. Well, let's see how Garneff deals with this turn. I don't know if he's ever going to leave, or if he's just going to keep smacking us until he feels like leaving us alone. Probably, he's probably going to be here for the long run, honestly, but I guess we'll find out soon. Okay, he's still attacking us. Okay, thankfully he's only going for Marth, so we don't have to worry too hard here. As long as we're smart with our movements, we don't have to worry all too much. As long as we don't do anything stupid. So keeping keeping Hardin where he is, because it seems like Garneff's going to be focusing Marth. It seems like they prioritize the Lord more than the actual normal units, so that's actually really nice, so we don't have to worry about Marth going down here. So as long as we're smart with our positioning with Marth, we shouldn't worry about getting critted or losing here, because what I need to do is I need to outlast the reinforcements here, and then we need to make a run for it, I think, in order to get inside that treasure room. So let's see here, 53 for experience. 53 for knocking him out? But you can't knock him out, though. That's the weird thing. Okay, then. He's got 12 defense. That's actually pretty weak, actually, compared to a lot of the people we've been fighting. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we can move one more forward. So Lena, you start moving forward a little bit. Let's see here. What do we need to do here? Anyone else on the other side of the map? It looks like there is only 4 units other than Garneth left, other than maybe the more reinforcements from inside that one place, but honestly, we're perfectly fine now. We don't have to worry as much. Silver Lance for this guy, since we already know that you can blast through any kind of armor due to the fact of how strong you've been. Although he has some pretty decent armor if he's blocked pretty much all most of that damage. Wow, and he doubled you. Okay. Let's see here. You have your 15 strength still. And this guy has 17 defense. Oh, I didn't expect him to have 17 defense. Oof. Wolf cannot walk through this place, can he? Is that the case for all of these people? No? Everyone else can just walk through normal. Okay, well, Mage Merrick is making his way over to this Wyvern Knight, because we do need him to actually help out with this. Honestly, the best thing to do here is just use the Blizzard and just start attacking this Curate. It's better to use the lower magic here, I think, because of the fact that we don't want to waste charges on our other magic here, unless we're attacking the Wyvern Knight here, because it would save us some grief by not breaking our weapons, because it's better to have as many charges as possible just in case. And honestly, I don't want to have to go all the way back in order to do any of all this other stuff, so hopefully we're fine there. I'm not going to move into damage zone for that guy yet. I feel like doing that right now would be a death sentence, so let's be careful here because of the fact that he is a mage. He will do damage no matter what. It doesn't matter how much defense we have. He's going to be attacking our 0 resistance for every single one of our characters. So as long as we're out of his range for now, he won't attack us, so we should be fine. As long as he stays inside there. I don't think he's going to move though, because of the fact that no other unit that's been inside a castle has moved before, outside of their little area, so I feel like we should be fine. So Caeda, you continue making your way up as well. Let's see here. I feel like we're fine everywhere else. And let's end our turn. Okay, let's see here. What are we dealing with this turn? Is Garneth attacking me again? Yep, the little mages are still attacking us. This time, I feel like we should run into the castle. I feel like that would be a good idea. Honestly, it could be, because then it might cancel Garneth's attacks on us. But first off, we need to make sure that Wendell is behind Marth, if we want to do that. Because it might also cancel the spawning of the... I did not expect you to actually be able to get there. Okay. Apparently that Wyvern Knight was able to actually run us down over there. That's confusing. Okay, so... let's make our way into here. What we need to do... although we're going to be locked in here for a bit, we need to make sure that we stop the spawnings of the mages, so we can safely grab all these chests. Because I'm pretty sure, you wouldn't just throw a random thief over here and just get one-shotted by Garneth. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be a thing. So honestly, I'm pretty sure that he'll either leave, or we have to, kind of drag him away. Which kind of would make sense as well. Actually, wait a minute. He doubles Minerva, so the best thing we should do here is actually use Merrick first. So Merrick, I want you to use your Bologna, since we do know that is going to do some pretty good damage. It's going to be a lot more damage than we would normally do here, so anything's... Seriously, you missed? Really? I was kind of hoping you would actually hit him, but... Okay, well, I guess that's not happening. Well, we've got to do it the harder way. The game wants us to do it the much harder way. And that is using Minerva to get rid of this guy. Okay, so what we should do then is Silver Lance, since we know that the 11 sword's only going to do 7 damage. So it's better off that we just use the Silver Lance here to do a big chunk of this guy's HP. Okay, perfectly fine. 2 damage is not bad. I'm surprised that guy did that much damage with a lance or a javelin, honestly, but who am I to judge, honestly, because I've been doing some massive damage as well. Okay, well, Caeda, I need you to start dealing with this healer. We need to make sure that they can't get any kind of free healing. So make sure this guy's out of here, because I don't want to deal with that, that Wyvern Knight for too long, because I didn't expect him to actually survive, if I'll be honest. I'm going to also create a bookmark, just in case if we do survive this turn, it makes things easier to deal with. Let's see here. I need you to move as far as you can from that guy. And I also need you to wait here. I also need Lena to use her mend staff on you as well. Just to heal you up enough that the random Wyvern Knight doesn't come over here and just randomly one-shot Catria. Okay, perfectly fine. Kane's not going to be able to even get near him anyway, so we're not even going to bother trying to move him. And then Bantu, do whatever you can do, man. Honestly, I don't think you're going to be able to get in range. Okay, there we go. Now we're kind of near this guy now, so now we can kind of figure out what we want to do. We can't get in range with Ogma, so the best thing to do is kind of just get everyone kind of ready to do this. But they really won't be able to do much here until we either don't move Drog there, please. I didn't even mean to move it to the right a little bit. I just want him to go all the way up as much as he can. Okay. Hardin got some HP back from the little stronghold there, which is always nice. Paula, I want you to start dealing some damage to this healer over here, just so we can just get her, or get him or her out of here, just so we don't have to deal with them. So, to smack this curate for a little bit of damage, you don't have to one-shot them, but as long as you get them off the map, that'd be nice. Perfect. Although we're not going to be using Pala or Catria, because I have 2 other units on my mind of who I want to use. I want to use Zane, and I also want to use Tiki, because Tiki also has a unbreakable weapon, kind of exactly like Bantu does. And Zane is, apparently he's going to be a unique character, that he'll be able to take other people's stats. Well, he's not taking them from them, but he's going to be able to copy their stats and use them himself. And you can make him into any other unit, apparently, which sounds really cool. And also, Garnef's actually not attacking us this time, so we might actually get away with this. Never mind. He's still making his way in here to mess up our day. Thanks, buddy. You're really nice, aren't you? Okay, can I please not get trapped in here, though? Because that would definitely not be the funnest thing to be trapped in here. Okay, well, I'll be right back. I have to do a turn rewind, so I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So, we were able to finally make Lena survive this. Although, in a very peculiar circumstance, I feel like we still have the ability to do something here. So, the thing is I'm not sure what's going on with Garnef. I don't know if he's able to be taken off the map at all. If he is, that's good, but I'm not too sure. So, the thing is we need to get her as far away as possible, and also use Psychic. And if we use Psychic here, we can use Psychic on Minerva, which should make her survive a single hit from the little Garnef here that likes to do 14 damage. So, but we also need to make sure this little pain in my side here, this little Wyvern Knight that's running me down constantly, actually goes down this turn. So, with that, we're actually going to try and use Minerva here to save us some trouble. So hopefully, Minerva's got this. Please, Minerva, I really, really need you to hit this. Because this saves me a lot of headache here. Thank you. 30 damage. I'll take it. I'm also going to be taking a nice bookmark there because that saves me so much pain and trouble. Okay, perfect. Let's see here. How much HP do these guys have? 16. Do we do enough damage with Blizzard? 7. No, we don't. Okay, so don't even bother trying the Blizzards. Okay, let's start looting these chests finally. We got a power ring, another power ring. Okay, I'm liking that. That is another power ring for Caeda whenever we get the chance. I'm also going to put you here to start blocking that off, because I don't know if that stops the reinforcements from those mages as long as we're standing there. I'm also going to start getting rid of this guy now, since now I feel like we're in a decent spot. And this guy's all by himself, so maybe this will make Garneth leave the map or something. So hopefully, silver sorting this guy into oblivion will do exactly what I need it to. Sadly, our first attack missed, and Swarm, I've never seen that attack before, 16 damage. Okay then, and you dodged both attacks somehow. Okay then, I really like that one. I like the magic that let you survive 2 of those attacks and hit me with whatever small hit rate you had. That definitely makes sense, buddy. Yep, I really love that. And also, Paulette actually didn't get rid of this person this time around when I went to go and attack this guy. I don't know why, but the hit rate doesn't seem to be very consistent half the time. Even though it literally looks like 90 to 80% chance of hitting, half the time it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to, I think. So, Ogma... That did 16 damage, didn't it? Okay, well, I'm loading a bookmark, I don't care. This is unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not even gonna attack, I guess? Because, honestly, there's no point in doing that move because of the fact that it's just not smart at all. I didn't expect that damage, honestly, so I think it's fair to redo that turn since that was our first attack, so... Okay, well, let's get rid of the curate then and just wait it out, I guess, because we don't really do much. We'll just wait for Harden, because we need to encircle this guy a little bit if we want to do anything here, and that was just a waste of a turn when we tried that, so there was no point in even trying to attack him there, because for some reason this guy has the dodge chance of Jax when he was able to get 100% dodge chance, apparently, because he dodged 2, basically 90% chance of hitting, and I'm pretty sure that's maybe like a 5% chance of doing that, so honestly I don't know how he survived. Okay, well, let's end turn, and let's see what happens here. As long as the mage doesn't also attack Lena. Are you joking me? Really? Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so, I'm not sure why, but apparently Garneth stopped attacking me the turn that Lena would have went down, and he's actually been running back in here, and I did see what happened because I had to do a turn rewind in order to get the script to pop back up because I actually lost the chance to read it because I was about to read it and then it left, so I had to do a turn rewind. So let's actually grab this chest real quick before he does that. So, ooh, a talisman. I believe that isn't talisman's resistance? Wait, am I finally going to be able to get some kind of resistance finally? Ooh, I'll take that, honestly. So, let's end turn, and he should say something now. Let's see. What you got for us, Garneth? Apparently he said something. Oh, here we go.
I don't have time to play with you, little prince. If you want function, you'll have to come to Thebes.
Thebes, you say? Okay, so that's what I missed him saying. I was wondering what he said, because I didn't get to read it in time. Okay, perfect. There we go. We're done being attacked by him. Okay. Thankfully, since Lena is here, next turn we can just teleport Marth to the other side of the map. And that's all we need to do for him. Okay, and now we can start dealing with this guy. Since this guy is going to be a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to create my bookmark now since I don't want to go too far back. Okay, so, what did this guy do? 16 damage last time out of nowhere? And almost completely got rid of us in one attack? Yep, well, let's see how this goes. Please attack him this time, Ogma. Oh, I still have the animations off. Oh, there we go. We did some decent damage at least. I'm gonna go turn those animations on real quick, since that actually speeds up things, since you don't have to watch each and every animation. That definitely is nice. Well, I'm gonna create a bookmark. Do I want to risk it? Do I want to risk it? Because honestly, I want to do this fair and square. So, let's see here. Navarre. I trust Navarre, honestly. So, Navarre, you just go in with your silver sword. It should be enough. You should be able to just get rid of this guy. Please do so. Thank you, buddy. Ah, thank goodness. This chapter has been a little bit of a pain, but it's also been really fun, I'll be honest. It's definitely a hard chapter. It's a lot harder than what I've been used to, because the game's finally ramping up. And that's what I've been waiting for. I've been used to the easy chapters, so I've been doing my risky plays constantly. And that's the reason why we've been losing a couple times. We lost technically twice this chapter, due to the fact that Lena went down twice. Once on, actually no, wait. Let's see here. Yeah, twice. Because of stupid, misplacements from me. Which, honestly, what was I gonna do? I don't want to play, I want to play the casual way because it saves me the trouble of trying to go through this game on hard mode, because hard mode is basically losing units and having the chance of having to start the entire series over. So honestly, it's just better that I do it this way, and it makes it easier to deal with things. So let's teleport Marth all the way over to the castle. We won't seize it right away. Let's actually check what's inside the shops, just to kind of gloss what's in here, just to see what we're able to buy in between chapters. We can get more Bolognos, okay. I'm definitely going to grab one of those for our boy Wendell, because Wendell definitely would like to do 12 damage. I'll definitely say that one. And what's in here? Armor Slayer, Silver Bows, another chance of getting Silver Bows, always nice. More Silver Lances if we need them as well. But, looks pretty nice. Okay, so it's not too bad. Well, let's do this. Let's take over the castle, and let's end this chapter out. I'm gonna create a bookmark once more, and let's do this. Oh, hello, you look different.
Can you hear me, Prince Marth? I am the Sage Goto. Through magic, I have reached out to you. Garnef is too much for you. Listen to me. If you want to defeat him, Garnef and Milua were both my students, but Garnef stole Imhulu from me and disappeared.
Oh, that's who this is. In Tokyo Mirage Sessions, it talked about there was a master that chose to train the alternate student instead of training Garnef, and because of that, Garnef turned on Goto and turned on his the alternate student, or Milua. That's pretty wild. Okay, so this is that guy. So this is the guy that trained Garnef. Huh. Okay then. So now I finally get to see this guy in technically the flesh, I guess you could say. But let's do this.
Garnef stole Imhulu from me and disappeared. I believe he has the falchion as well. With both falchion and Imhulu, he fears nothing, not even Dola. He aims to rule the world. As long as he wields Imhulu, he cannot be challenged. However, there is one way to defeat him. Bring me the Light Sphere and the Star Sphere. If you can do this, I will grant you the one and only spell that can defeat him, Starlight.
And that's how we're going to be getting Falchion. I do know that. We need Starlight in order to get the Falchion. So I do know that, because I did tell you guys I would find out how to get Falchion due to the fact that I knew there was a fetch quest for that, because I wanted to make sure that we did that right. So, with that, we now have the ability to advance into getting the Falchion. Although we do need the Light Sphere and the Star Sphere in order to do that. And once we get both of those, we can get ourselves the Starlight. And Starlight is going to be a magic spell. And we need the magic spell so Merrick or Wendell can use it. and then we can use either of them, even Lena, I called her Leia, oops, but Lena, if she gets a bishop ring, we might be able to use her as well to use that. Either way, whoever can use it, whoever needs it, but that will definitely be nice to have, because once we get that, we can get the falchion, and then we will be completely ready to take on Medius, because we need the falchion in order to get rid of Medius, or you lose the chance of getting it, so I'm pretty sure you still defeat Medius without the falchion. It's just recommended, I would think, and I want to make sure to get that, because that's kind of canon for Marth to have the falchion, so I'm going to make sure to get it. So, with that, let's actually take a sneak peek at our next chapter, and see what we're kind of dealing with in the next one. Okay, another arena. Always nice to see arenas. Although I don't really need it anymore, because of the fact that we've been getting really good levels as of late, so we really don't need to farm. And I think I spot someone different. And there he is! There he is, Zane, the freelancer. There's our buddy. Apparently this man is able to copy people's abilities. And I'm gonna hold him to that, and if he does, he's definitely made a spot on my team. And I will definitely take him and do whatever I want with him, because he's gonna be fun to use. We might make another Drog for all I know. I like 9 movement speed and like 17 defense. I definitely like having that. But with that, and thank y'all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. And in the next one, we'll be making our slow but surely final few chapters to chapter 25 a reality. Because at most, I think we got, let's see here, about 9 chapters left. And with that, maybe even 9 episodes. It could be less, for all I know, if we find an easy chapter to go through. But with that, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode. And keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.